You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, this is interesting. And it also lends some validity to something I've been saying for the last however long this has been going on. A while. On the Mike Vrabel, Dianna Russini front. That the photos were likely taken by a private investigator, right? And I heard Tommy Kernan today talking about on New England radio. I was just listening to it, in fact, talking about the fact that he feels like that Vrabel's probably going to have to address the team in some way. There's absurd rumors going around about the fact that Vrabel, I guess, is a preachy kind of guy, like Bible study. I don't know that I believe that. At least I hope not, after he talked about educating Christians, or maybe that's what this pompous asshole thinks, right? I don't know. I don't know if there's validity to that or not. But if he is a preachy guy, which I kind of feel like he's not, but if he is, then his players are going to look right at him and be like, fraud. You're a fraud. And I think we're going to find out a lot about this team, because I think this was a team that was full on bought into everything that Mike Vrabel was selling. Let's be real. It's a team that overachieved, made the Super Bowl. This was considered a rebuilding year for the Patriots that had potentials on the high end of 8 to 10 wins. They won 14 games, went to the Super Bowl. Now, they caught some breaks in there in the playoffs. Bo Nix getting hurt was one of them. But regardless, nonetheless, these players absolutely bought into what Vrabel was selling. Dianna Russini has since resigned, a.k.a. probably got a choice. Resign, get fired. This stuff's going to come out in public. Yada, yada, yada. Whatever our investigation comes out with, she's like, nah, I'm out. And then we got this. This is Jared Stillman, okay? He is on Mad Dog Sports Radio on Sirius XM. Host a radio show, all right? And Monday through Friday, in fact. And he has dropped some knowledge out there from a source that is evidently close to Dianna Russini about what she believes, they believe, took place here.
I talked to a source close to Dianna. That's how I will label this source. And the source close to Dianna told me that this is the source, believes it was a private investigator that took the photos of Dianna and Vrabel. And the source, believes that without question, the PI was hired by Diana's husband. Again, I talked to a source close to Dianna, and the source close to Dianna told me, and it's what I'm not saying Dianna believes this or Dianna told the source. I'm just telling you, this is a source close to Dianna, and I was told it was a PI and it was the husband. And apparently the source close to Dianna told me that the husband has a bunch of money, and this is not about money because he has plenty of it. So the source close to Dianna tells me that it was a PI. It wasn't some Johnny hotel visitor with his phone out. It was a PI, and they believe, the source, that the PI was hired by Diana's husband. And the source tells me that Diana's husband doesn't need the money in a divorce because he's already loaded. So this is about more than money.
Okay. And yeah, he's some hot shot. I think he probably does it well, as well or better than she does. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting, and it kind of goes along with the idea of what a lot of people thought. This was a PI. It wasn't some dude hanging out at the on a vacation with his wife, a romantic getaway. I mean, these photos ranged throughout the day. Now, I know there was a story out there that TMZ was hesitant to buy the photos because they didn't know who she was. TMZ didn't. They knew that was Mike Vrabel. They didn't know who the woman was. They didn't know she was anybody of any real significance. In other words, they thought it was somebody that was trying to unload the photos or whatever based on the idea that they caught Vrabel cheating on his wife, I guess, is kind of what I gathered. And, again, don't know how accurate that is. Well, that's kind of weird if it was a PI, because a PI could have told him, hey, this is who she is. She's a really well-known TV personality, was with ESPN at one time, NFL Insider, National NFL Insider, et cetera, et cetera. She's not an Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport or even a Breer, but if there's a top 10, she's somewhere in that 8 to 10 range, probably. But that I heard this and was like, yeah, that's kind of what a lot of people think, is that, especially in light of everything that has come out on video, that everybody in the internet is undamn defeated when it comes to digging up shit. They dug up all this shit on her over time, over the last 5-6 years, in various clips from various shows of her, well, not being so favorable about her husband. So maybe her husband took a step back and said, oh no, I've had enough of this bullshit. And I kind of suspect something. I have a feeling maybe the husband was tipped off by somebody ahead of time, and he hired somebody and put him on the job. This is interesting. It is. And again, is Vrabel probably coming out of this unscathed? Likely. Again, as long as he doesn't lose the team, and, they're professionals. He's a good football coach. He is. So the players, part of me believes the players don't give a shit. Unless he's a preachy kind of dude. Morals and values, and everybody's looking at him like, no, okay. Yeah, sure, Jack. Then yeah, he'll lose some folks. All right? He'll lose some buy-in. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Hit subscribe. The husband. Woof. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.